Hey guys, Anthony Beckham here, and today we're gonna be talking about how you can start a business as a teenager. So you can save up some money, buy yourself some Gucci slides, or save up and buy yourself a car before you're even old enough to drive like I did. So I did all the crappy jobs, I did the lemonade stands, I picked up dog poop for my neighbors, but we're gonna talk about something that you can actually create into a real consistent business instead of some crappy teenage job. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Being just a regular kid who goes to school every day has a lot more business perks than you might think. Because once you're out of school, never again will you be with 30 different people your age every hour for 8 hours a day. And instead, I want you to kind of change your mindset, and instead of thinking of those kids as just classmates, think of them each as a potential customer. Now sure, like I said, I did the lemonade stands, I mowed lawns, I picked up the dog poop, and all the other crappy jobs that you can do as a teenager, but you're gonna be in school anyway, so why not turn that into a money-making opportunity? Your classmates and the kids at your school could be great customers, and while they may not have $100 to give you, and even if they did, it might be kind of hard to get them to hand it over.
Give me your fucking money!
But everybody has lunch money. Not that I want you to hold them down and beat them up for it or anything, but everybody has at least $1. You know, every one of those kids in every one of your classes. So every kid has $1 in every class, every day, all year long. And when you add that up, that's a lot of money. Now, the way I did this was with candy bars, soda, energy drinks, chewing gum, basically all of the staples for all of us as teenagers. For every one of your classmates in school, they're probably buying these things every day anyway out of a vending machine or a convenience store. So if you can offer them at a decent price, you will be making money in no time. I'm gonna teach you exactly how you can start a convenience store out of your backpack that makes you hundreds of dollars a week just for going to school, which you're likely doing anyway. So step one, I need you to buy the right product. So think of the convenience store, think of the vending machine. You know, where are your fellow classmates spending their money every day, and what are they buying? I mean, usually there's kids that are always packing around packs of gum, you know, a Powerade, soda, you know, things like that, energy drinks. And then there's easy things like buying a box of Little Debbie brownies, you know, for $2, and it comes with 6 of them, and you can sell each brownie for $1. You know, snacks like that are irresistible to your classmate. Just think about like how hungry you could get in third period and just be like waiting for lunch, and if someone was right next to you and you were gonna buy some food anyway at the cafeteria, and someone was right next to you selling that same food for relatively the same price, wouldn't you buy it? I mean, it only makes sense, and that's the opportunity that you have while you're in class. When I was running this business out of my backpack, I literally had kids just line up at my desk at the beginning of every period, and that's no joke. And the longer that I did it, the more that caught on, where everybody just knew I was the new vending machine. So step number two, not only do you have to buy the right product, but you have to buy it at the right price. And I mean, looking at these two products here, which do you think would be worth more? Well, here at the discount store, we bought this for 79 cents. And then at the convenience store, we bought this for $1.49. Almost double the price, but literally the same exact product. So what I want you to do is go to a discount store, you know, or a Costco where you can buy something in bulk and sell them individually to make more money that way. You know, here where we got the candy for 79 cents, that was just at a local discount store. I'm sure that you probably have discount stores in your town, and that's where you would go and stock up on product. But with step number 2 in making sure that not only that you're not overpaying for your product and that there is profit to be made, you also need to know what the local convenience stores are selling product for and what your school vending machines are. Because if I'm selling this for $1.50, even though I only paid 79 cents for it, I'm essentially doubling my money, or pretty close to it, but I'm able to offer this product at the exact same price that the local convenience store would, which would make it seem like really a good deal. Why wouldn't they buy the product from you when you're right next to them in class versus having to wait until lunch and going to the convenience store if it's the same exact price? By doing your research and making sure that you can offer the product at a comparable price, you are guaranteed to make sales, because nothing is more convenient than a convenience store 2 desks away from you. Step number 3, make it known. Because at first, nobody's even gonna know that you have these products for sale. You're gonna have to put yourself out there. And now, I wasn't a super popular kid. I mean, sure, I had some popular friends, but I also had a lot of weird kid friends too. So even if you're a weird kid, you can do this.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
So what I started out by doing is during lunch in the courtyard, I would basically just go up to different groups of people and I'd be like, hey, does anybody want to buy a soda or an energy drink or a candy bar or some gum? And you know, once you do that for a little while, each one of those groups now knows that you have stuff for sale. And you know, as time goes on, you're gonna have people just literally coming up to you wanting to buy product from you. So it won't be long before you have people just coming up to you with dollar bills in their hands, and you no longer have to peddle snacks because they're coming to you for their fix. The reason why I primarily even started this business was to save up money so that I could buy my first car, which I ended up buying whenever I was 15 years old. So once I had the car, I actually started flipping cars and I didn't do the candy bar sales anymore, but I still had people coming up to me years later asking for soda, asking for a pack of gum, because they became so used to me being that walking convenience store. So it isn't gonna take too much time of you going out there, making it known that you have a product to sell before the customers start to come to you. Step number 4, reinvest your profits back into your business. Now, all this money that you're making every week, you can now roll into more product. The more product you have, the more variety you can offer, and since you're making all this money now, you can buy things in bulk, which of course are gonna turn into more profits. I started out with this deal. There was a convenience store on the corner right next to the high school. And we would go in there every morning, and they were offering this deal where you could get 2 Mellow Yellows for $1. So of course I'm gonna buy one and get the other one for free. So I would do this every morning, and then I always ended up selling that other soda to another friend for $1. So I essentially got my Mellow Yellow for free. And that's what sparked the idea. So then I started buying them every morning and buying 4 or 5 and selling the other Mellow Yellows for $1 a piece, actually making money. And while that was only a 50-cent profit for each soda that I sold, basically, I was able to take those profits and reinvest them into the business until I was a full-on convenience store. I remember first period every day being hell because my backpack would weigh like 50 pounds because it was jam-packed full of drinks and soda and energy drinks, and it was freaking heavy. But even though I brought so much product to school, by the time lunch came around, I oftentimes had all of my products sold. And so luckily I was reinvesting in the business, buying more product, and I would keep 24 packs of Mountain Dew, Pepsi, and some of the more popular things in my locker so that I could go refill on lunch break, further making more and more profits. So most of the products that I sold were right around that $1 a piece because that was the easy sale price. And then with energy drinks and other products like that, you could sell those for $3 or more, making a lot more profit off of that particular product. I continued to reinvest into my business and into more product to where I ended up having literally probably hundreds and hundreds of cans of soda in my bedroom because my dad wouldn't let me keep it in the fridge because obviously it would have filled up the whole fridge. So I had this pyramid of soda stacked up in my bedroom, and I remember like girlfriends coming over and my buddies coming over and making fun of me because I had this literal pyramid in my room of soda. But that was me reinvesting into my business and reinvesting into more product so I could continue to make more money. And step number 5, don't stop there. So once I had this business fully running, I was making at least $20 profit every day, you know, at minimum. So that meant that I was making at least a minimum of $100 a week just for showing up at school, which meant that I made at least $400 every month just for showing up, which was the equivalent of, say, a part-time job when you're in high school, except for way easier. Once I had a few grand saved up from all my candy bar sales, I bought that first car that I had been saving up for, and I ended up selling that car for a $500 profit, which, you know, was what I could have maybe even made in a month of candy bar sales. So it got me started on this whole path of entrepreneurship and other business opportunities. And as you're making more money with your candy bar sales, you should do the same because you can then take those profits and invest in other interests. With all this money I was making from the candy bar sales, I was then taking that money and reinvesting it into other business ventures by flipping cars, buying Xboxes, buying guitars, other things that I knew, understood the value of, that I could find on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and market better and make more profits. And flipping cars was actually how I saved up enough money so that I could buy my first rental property, which I still own today and make passive income from every month. So I want you to use this business idea as a stepping stone. Once you start making all this money from selling candy bars, you can then reinvest that to further your entrepreneurship and your journey as a business owner. So go out there, start the convenience store out of your backpack, start rolling in Benjis and then using those Benjis to invest and make more money. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and follow us on the journey to Real Estate Millionaire. I appreciate you watching, and I will see you next week. See ya.